Hi everyone, me again with a bit more of a positive update this time regarding the Chancellor's announcement last night for the business bounce back loan scheme that hopefully some of you will have seen something about. This is still business borrowing at the end of the day, but the Corona Business Interruption Loan Scheme that was announced initially, I think had a lot of flaws, which I pointed out in my videos. You needed forecasts. The banks were cherry picking the best cases. If your bank wasn't interested, you had to go to an expensive finance provider. There was still personal guarantees required and all that kind of stuff. Whereas, and so it really is only really appropriate for the sort of larger businesses maybe that had all that kind of information to hand. A lot of the smaller and micro businesses that don't really go to the bank for lending frequently, it wasn't suitable for them. Whereas this business bounce back loan scheme that's been announced seems to be able to give businesses that shortfall of capital to get them through the next 12 months, hopefully. So it looks at first glance really positive, really useful, and I think that a lot of our clients will be applying. So just to kind of get into the detail, there's loans available of £2,000 to £50,000 to small businesses. Apparently, the application process is just an online form. It's meant to be very simple, very easy. So they've said you're not having to provide forecasts and business cases. The criteria are that you're a qualifying business affected by the coronavirus. I think the loan amounts that you're allowed to borrow, I think what was announced was 25% of previous year's revenues. I've not seen that on the government website, that detail, so I can't be 100% on that. And I'm not sure whether they're going to do it on a yearly average or just last year's accounts or how they're going to assess that. But what I know right now, what I'm assessing, what I'm basing my sort of assumptions on is that looking at, let's just have a look at your last year's filed accounts, look at the revenues. Because HMRC will have that information and we could take 25% of that. Other good news on it is that the government are 100% backing the loans. There is a question as to whether PGs, personal guarantees, will still be required by the banks and lenders. That's one of the big faults, I think, of the other business interruption loan scheme, but we'll wait to see on that one. But it is government backed, so the bank should be able to process it quickly. And there is going to be interest free for the first 12 months and repayment free for the first 12 months, which I think is huge. So there's an injection of capital that the business doesn't have to repay for 12 months. Hopefully all of this will be in the not too distant memory by then. But it gives you that breathing space. The loans can be taken for up to 6 years. So again, when the loan needs to be repaid, it's not going to be huge repayments straight away. And they're launching it on Monday with the aim that the money from application to cash in the bank is a matter of days. So from Monday, there should be a way to get some capital into the business that isn't going to be an immediate drain on cash flow after you've received the loan. It's not going to be difficult to apply for, and it's hopefully going to bridge the gap for a lot of people. They've said that it's going to be delivered by a network of accredited lenders. I don't know what that means. It's probably going to be the major banks and the lenders who are already accredited for the business interruption loan scheme, but we'll see. They mentioned a couple of sort of criteria, eligibility criteria, in that the business can't be, I think they've termed it an undertaking in difficulty as of December 2019. I don't yet know what the definition and criteria for that are, but I would imagine it's maybe a company that's been loss-making for a year or two or is insolvent on the balance sheet or something like that. But I think if you're a solvent trading business pre-COVID-19, then you'll probably be okay. There's a couple of business types that are excluded, banks and insurance, but not insurance brokers if you're an insurance broking business. Education providers, primary, secondary schools that are funded by grant funding. They're not qualified, but most trading, typical businesses. So yeah, at first glance, everything looks great. Positive. We'll be looking on Monday and keep your eyes open. If you have a look on the bounce back loan scheme on the government website, I'll put a link in the video description in the email so that you can have a look. I'll still wait to see whether personal guarantees will be required. It's 100% government backed, so I don't know why they would be, but still banks might go down that route. And there's no word on interest rates. I don't know how there's going to be a set interest rate that the government or the banks decide for all loans, or whether each application will have the kind of risk factors assessed by the bank or lender, and therefore the interest rate will be set accordingly to your business. But yeah, it's interest free and repayment free for the first year, so it does get you through that gap, and hopefully overall it will it'll be decent value. So that's all I know for now. As I say, I'll put a link to the government pages in the video description, and if anyone's got any questions, then get in touch. Hope you're all okay, stay safe, and speak soon. Thanks, bye.